Hello there! So, I reckon you clicked this video because you would like to get a gold medal in the Katana Zero speedrun. Now, that is no easy task, so I will gladly help you out. Firstly, before you even begin speedrunning, I would recommend going to the game options and changing some settings that might slow you down, mainly hit pause. It is just a fraction, a really small fraction of the second that the game pauses when you hit somebody when you have this on. But when you kill so many people as in this game, it actually does make a difference sometimes. So I would recommend just turning hit pause on. Same with screen shake, especially because screen shake can actually just, maybe make you lose your focus. So again, it's just safety precautions, I would say. Secondly, I would recommend to go to the graphics options as well, and turn off the restart effects and rewind effects, as it may also take some time off for your speedrun. Now, with these changes that you have just did, you might have actually already gained some seconds of advantage, like a couple of seconds, which might or might not matter in the long run. Then when you go to speedrun, you of course just have your normal speedrun settings. I recommend using a katana or a prism sword. Prism sword is essentially just a katana, but with some fancy graphics attached, people bleed colors, which is nice. Now, when it comes to slow motion, it is of course better to not have slow motion. However, some segments of the game may prove quite difficult when you have no slow motion. So if you don't feel too confident about those segments, we will go through them, you will see. Then I recommend having slow motion on. Now, of course, to get gold, you have to go through the whole game in one go. You cannot just, get the best high score from each segment. So you need to go and start with the factory. Now, what I would like to remark is that I am playing this on a controller, which is considered to be less efficient when it comes to speedrunning the game. It's better to speedrun with mouse and keyboard, but since I am speedrunning with the controller, I will be showing controller-friendly pathing. It will also work for keyboard users, for mouse and keyboard users. However, keyboard users might have better pathings. Main difference is that controller users might have problems to throw things under them. Now, when it comes to this segment, you just want to get as fast to the other side as possible. There is no trick to it, you just have to be precise at jumping, so again, it's practice. What you want to do at the start of the game is to get as many platinums as possible, because let's say up to 6th level, the game is quite easy, so you can gain as much of an advantage as possible at the start. Remember to not pet the cat, you don't have time for that. So during these, let's say, 6 segments, you want to gain as much of the upper hand as possible in case you start dying later on. Now, if you die in the beginning, it doesn't mean that you have no chances of getting the gold medal. However, it's better not to, of course. Now you just go through here, and I haven't turned on the slow motion. So let's just quickly amend that. Shouldn't be really a problem. Yeah, let's turn on the slow motion because I want to show you some segments. So we will go through this again. 40 seconds won't make much of a difference, and I've already told you some useful intel, so I don't want to repeat myself by recording again. Okay. So here you go with this segment, platforming segment. Actually, there is one trick, of course, that is, you can practically fly when you are slashing your sword in the air. So that can prove to be quite useful sometimes. Don't pet the cat, go through here. And we are back where we were just now, but this time with slow motion. So you turn on the slow motion because we have this option on, because, there are some segments later on that might prove difficult, as I said. Now here, the safe approach is to kill everyone by hand. And for me it's the safest and fastest approach because that's how I usually play the game, just to, you know, not get stressed about it. I didn't... there's another pathing I will show you in a second, but yeah, that's the first one. Another pathing is to make the lasers do the work for you. I don't have this really mapped out, but essentially what it is you lure this guy, then you ignore the other guy, you kill this guy, and you can easily watch it, as you see. So let me show you that again. That's how it should work. Now, you may have, you know, earned, let's say, maybe a second this way. But in my estimation, it's not worth the risk. As you saw, I have already made a mistake. Now, I want to make it clear that even with such mistakes, you still can get gold. I suspect that we will be able to, even with my restarting, to show you some things. If not, then, well, at least you will have tactics, right? It is, after all, a step-by-step guide. Okay. Now, I destroy the lamps just for the fun of it. You don't have to do it. It matters not. You take this pot, throw both things when you are near the lamp. Now here, you kill one guy, you leave the other guy to kill him later. It saves you a fraction of a second, but hey, these things count. You use the pot there to kill the guy running after you. Here you kill both of them. Oh. Okay. Here you just go through it. It's, again, just practice. You won't, even with all these tactics or tricks that you can learn, it's, in the end, it's all practice. Here you don't want to waste your time coming to Josh Rhodes. You prefer to just throw a knife at him or a goblet so he is killed that way. Also, as you saw, I decided to not kill two strong terrorists immediately because that would take me additional time to backtrack to them. Instead, I made them run after me. This way we are not wasting any time. Now here, Club Neon. There is this particular trick because the guards have this vision cone. What is funny is that the crowds have actually like a sphere that lets you jump above them. Let me just demonstrate it to you. Now this here requires quite a lot of precision, especially to jump over the second guard. You will get this wrong a lot of times. I recommend just replaying this one chapter over and over and over again till you can just do it consistently, because it is the best way to do it. Now when you go upstairs here, I prefer to just... You can also trick these guys and just skip them entirely almost. However, it is quite harder to do that. As you saw with the last guard, you can also jump over them when they are turning around. So I would say that's the best way, well, the best and the easiest way to skip them without learning the more elaborate tricks. Okay, here again, simple. You take the knife, you kill everyone. There is this skinny Rick back there that appears to avenge Strong Terry. All you do is just throw a knife at him and go ahead. Here, again, kill everyone, dodge in the right time, practice. Here some people don't bother with the smoke. I think it's safer to just throw this knife. You don't lose any time by doing this. Now here I recommend taking this knife, because then you have two shots at the smoke, which is needed to avoid the turret there. You go through here, turn off the lasers, kill the last guy that is here, and go further. Now here there's some ways of pathing. You can kill the guards up there with the lasers. I prefer not to do it this way. I actually prefer to first, of course, kill the skinny Ricks here, but leave myself a bottle. Go up here, kill these guys, throw a bottle at the skinny Rick, reflect the bullet, destroy the turret, and then kill these two guys. I would reckon that's the fastest way to do that, and also you don't have to backtrack to the lasers. Here, what is the most, well, maybe a bit tricky is that the guard comes from here. You just can go upstairs here and throw a bottle at him. Technically, you can do it from this very end of the level if you aim right, but with a controller, it's really, really hard to do. With the mouse and keyboard, it may be easier. But I recommend just, if you are, if you aren't aiming for the best time possible, just for the gold medal, it's the best to just go upstairs and throw the bottle the easy way. Okay, now this is just walking through the map simulator, so there isn't really much to tell. I recommend just, rolling through the whole level. There isn't really much to discuss here, so we will just go through. Now here, of course, we don't waste time going up the staircase. It's best to just jump and slash for additional verticality. You kill only the guards that will see you, so this one we opted to leave alive. Same with the one below us, we don't have to kill him. We just kill the ones that are between us and the exit. Which here means everyone, in this stage at least. Okay, so that was the prison. We have 5 minutes. That's of course not a very good time. By that I mean I am usually way below 5 minutes here. However, take into consideration that we have already rewound once to show you different tactics on the factory. Now here, this is again just practice. When it comes to the elevator, some may say that the order matters. Some would firstly go to the Chapel of Doom and then go to the others. I recommend going to Space Uncertainty first and then Quiet Hills, mainly because Chapel of Doom takes the most time out of all of these. So if you tilt on Chapel of Doom, then you can make mistakes on Space Uncertainty and Quiet Hills. However, which one you do first is entirely up to you. You may gain or lose maybe half a second here. So we will start with Space Uncertainty. Okay, now the safe method here is just to wait a bit for this guy to come closer, then the door kills him, then you can throw a Molotov at the two guys with the guns. And I would highly recommend this to, avoid potential failure. Here, make sure you are fast enough to not hit the monster with a knife instead of the guard with the gun, because then you will have to either deflect a bullet or the guard will kill you. So again, it's practice. Here you throw the Molotov here, the guy runs here. The rest is history, as they say. Don't waste your time on the monsters, of course, they are not necessary for the speedrun to commence. Same thing, you don't waste time here for the robot. We will, because why not? I am fairly confident that we will get gold anyway. Unless I really make some huge mistakes. So here you need to use the smoke bomb to hide behind the camera. Now here is a kind of tricky part. You have two knives. What I will do is take this knife here, kill the two guards with one slash. Then, when I open this door, I will throw two knives immediately. One knife will kill the strong Terry inside, and the other will deflect the bullet, giving me enough time to get to another guard. There. The door kills the shotgun man, so you don't have to worry about it. Then you just throw a smoke down and take the keycard. You ignore Coffin Head, he is not relevant. Here you can either do that, the easy way, or you can go like that, if you manage it, that is. Yeah. I think the wall way might be slightly faster, but you can botch it and then you lose seconds, you lose time. So maybe it's best to just go to the doors. Now here, that is slightly tricky, of course, because you are bound to the cart, so you can't do things much quicker. Oh, yeah, that's the risk, always. But, you know, it's good that we have mistakes. We will show you that, I will show you, that you can make mistakes and still get gold. Okay, so you come here, you try not to fall, as I nearly did. You jump onto the cart, go to the next stage. Now here, you can deflect, or you can, you know, use slow motion if you don't feel confident about that. You actually have to reflect if you want to do it that way. Here it doesn't matter if you slide through these lasers or just go via the stealth option. Here you throw these two things, you kill that guy. Sometimes that guy will go running to you. Now here you have a toilet break. Because, as I said, the con of the cart is that you cannot do things faster than the cart is moving. But here you can actually jump here and slash up for additional verticality to get here slightly faster. Try not to die here to strong terrorists because it's firstly embarrassing and secondly costs a lot of time. And then you can safely go to the lobby. With the use of all the keycards, you go forward. Now here I would actually recommend to restart also. Now, it's for the people that are here for so long. Okay, important thing. When you go into gamepad controls, make sure to have a quick replay button. In my case, it's quick restart, sorry. It's R1. So if I make a mistake, or if I die, or I'm sure to die, instead of wasting these fractions of a second to die and restart, I restart immediately. It is quite important, and especially in some areas where quickly restarting actually puts you in a better starting condition. Okay, so here you throw the Molotov there, you wait for the guy. You saw that. I hope I don't have to explain every slash. Now here, there is a certain glitch you can do. However, you do need quite a lot of practice to get it right. So I will show the regular way how to defeat V somewhat quickly. So again, practice is most important. I recommend just restarting at the start, because he will always shoot and you won't make it to him. Now, you have to practice your dodges when it comes to V, but the most important thing is you have to slash him in his back. In order to defeat him, you need to slash him in his back 4 times, then the fight ends. So, the moment he tries to shoot you, you come behind him and just slash him. What I recommend is just reacting to what he does, not moving, because usually he will either try to knock you down like that. Now, will I be fast enough? Nope. Okay. He will try to knock you down, or he will try to shoot you. When he tries to shoot you, then you go behind him and slash him. That's the end of this fight. I would say, per like my medium approach or the usual approach where I just chill and casually speedrun, I would say I am like 1 minute and 15 seconds behind, maybe. Here I don't recommend restarting, because then you can deflect this guy, because he is set up this way after, you know, Zero puts his headphones in. And you just go through, again, not going to describe every single slash. Here I highly recommend restarting. Now, why would we restart here? You see, there are these guys down there. You can see these heads right now. Down there, when you don't restart, they are actually really spaced out, which creates additional risk that one of them will shoot you. But when they are this close to each other, you can just slash one and then kill the other with the knife. Like that. Now here is also a little trick. Firstly, you want to quickly restart to get closer to the door. It saves you some time of, 2 additional rolls. Like that. And then you want to get noticed by the camera fast enough so that the gate, as you can see here, kills the strong Terry. Then, it's less work for you. Then you throw the Molotov quickly, go up here, kill the last guy, go forward. Here I also recommend restarting. You kill these guys, Kill these guys. Now here you can gain enough momentum, as you saw, by slashing these two guys to gain verticality, far enough to throw the potted plant, into the guard there. This sends his body to the door, which again makes the other guard turn away from you. So, you know, it just makes for an easy kill. Now here again, practice, just deflect one bullet and slash the other guy. Here, I would recommend also quickly restarting. Burn this guy, slash, go forward, forward, forward. Here, you want to kill this guy, these two guys by doors. Now, this is one of the main cons of being a controller-based speedrunner in Katana Zero, let's say, because as with a controller you are unable to burn down. Let me show you. As you see, you will also go down there. So what you want to do, again, we will show you this, I will show you this sequence. You go through this, like this, and unfortunately what you will do is some backtracking. They will come this way, you will burn them, and then you can go like that. You can burn them, you can slash them, that's your choice. Okay, now we are slowly moving into the kissy face fight. Now these guys, you know, again, it's just practice, not going to describe every slash. You immediately start to go left when this happens. Now, I will show you the first time I use this trick. Mainly when you throw the chair leg at the guy. Alright, not like that. Okay, bonk. Now, when you get this sword, you can immediately restart, and instead of watching the animation of Zero cutting the other guard and facing Kissy Face, you just get straight to the fight. Which also, as I said, saves you time. Now, here you have to practice. You can interrupt the jump into the air with no problem. The other attacks, unfortunately, you have to mostly dodge. So this is just the matter of practice. Sometimes when you fail to hit him in the air, you can just block the axe and hit him when he lands. Okay, so he's dead now. Coming to the chase scene. Now what is important here is that in the bottom right corner, well, firstly, you can attack the enemies before they appear on screen. I highly recommend that, it makes this way faster, way easier. Now, in the bottom right, you will sometimes see the saving icon, the floppy disk. When you see that, I would recommend to, again, use the quick restart, because it means that the game has saved and it will teleport you to the next segment with enemies. Again, this little trick may save you quite a lot of time when you use it. And so you kill the enemies here as efficiently as possible, which is not like that. Okay. Sometimes clicking the restart with the when the icon appears is not beneficial because it may throw you off and you may not actually earn anything, but here it's highly beneficial because otherwise the drive would be quite long. Of course, you are always welcome to experiment with these things yourself. These, as Barbosa would say, you know, this guide is more like, you know, guidelines for you. It's your game. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. So yeah, you slash these guys, the fourth one gets hit by the car, so it makes your life easier. Again, you restart because you want to save time. Okay, got a bit lucky there, I would say. Now this guy gets hit by the car, this guy gets hit by you. Then you take care of these guys. Now here, again, after the restart, you just slash here before the even appears. And now, this is the harder segment. You can either not use slow motion and deflect the helicopter by yourself, or you can use slow motion and make this fight guaranteed. I would recommend, you know, learning to deflect the helicopter by yourself, at least in the first phase, and then if you are afraid to lose the progress, because you do lose quite a lot of time when you mess up the third time when the helicopter shoots at you, you lose quite a lot of time, so you might want to use the slow motion there to ensure that you don't botch it up. So yeah, you can do it like that. We will do it with slow motion to, you know, confirm that, you know, that way you pretty much get it secured. Now, during this, when he shoots rockets randomly, it's quite random, so sometimes you can just get unlucky. Let's just hope we won't. Yeah, we actually got quite lucky. Now here, I would recommend just using slow motion. Okay, well, I guess I just screwed it up completely anyway. I don't know why. I was badly lined up. If that happens, you just go through another one of these, and deflecting V shouldn't be a problem. His bullets are way slower than the helicopters. Now Chinatown has some tricks associated with it. The first trick is right at the beginning of the level. So you start up, kill the guy, of course, go through the window, kill these two guys, kill this one guy. Now, you come to this bottle, you pick it up and throw it immediately behind you. Because the other guard with the shield, the riot shield, went up there because you broke the window there. So he will be there and you can kill him off screen, saving you time. Then you go here, deflect this bullet. Remember that these SWAT guys always shoot for your head, so it's safe to sometimes deflect not slashing forwards, but slightly upwards on your controller. And you kill this other guy. Here you have the drones introduced, so you can just kill these guys with an explosion and go forward. Here, you just deflect, do that, die, or not die, preferably. Okay. I botched it a bit, but recovery is also important. If you botch it, you need to recover it, essentially. Okay, here the pathing can get a little tricky, because the enemies supposedly come from everywhere. What I would recommend is coming here, taking the smoke grenade, going down here. Not like that. Killing the guys. Then the guys up there are running to you, you just throw a Molotov at them and you go forward. Now here is a little trick, you kill these guys, actually, you know what, no, let's repeat that. So here, you pick up the bottle, you kill these two guys up there, then you open the door, slash at the shotgun, throw a bottle to take the bullet for you, and then just kill the other SWAT guy. You can also do what I just did there, but in my experience, this is the more consistent way. Then you just boom, boom, and try not to die, of course. You just throw the smoke to, you know, so that the shotgun guy doesn't kill you. Here again, it's no tricks, just practice. Here you kill one guy, the second guy dies with the knife. Now here there is a little trick. What we will do is kill the guy in the middle, take the bottle, and go just camp by the second bottle. We will swipe down with our sword when two enemies come out of the van that comes, and then we will throw both bottles in the left direction, not at the drone. It's like, it seems difficult, but it really isn't. Like that. Now here there are several approaches. You can, okay, not like that. You can either just kill this guy, and do it the easy way, which is that. Oh, I guess not. Okay, the other guy lost interest, but yeah, as you see, they get properly distracted and you kill these guys. Or you can kill this guy, kill this guy, but instead you drop straight down here and you kill all of them at once. Doesn't really matter, do whatever is more comfortable for you, because both of these methods have similar times. I would say that the second method is slightly faster. Now here, Dragontape. If I remember correctly, it would be... yes, during the... as you saw how I was scrolling through the speedrun options, you can set the dragon skill under circle to be always on full range. I would highly recommend doing that because it saves you time of aiming the dragon's ability. So you can just press circle to slash through enemies. Well, of course, if you aim that correctly. That is again mostly not mostly, but just practice. Seems like I am a little bit rusty. This one you have to aim. Well, you don't have to, but I prefer to do that to not... You know, it's just safer that way. Here I recommend restarting, you get a bit closer to the door, and also the spacing between enemies is far more beneficial. You go through it like that. Make use of this dragon ability as much as you can. Here again we will quickly restart to make the enemy spacing better, and we will use one additional trick. We will go to the middle of the map and we will use the dragon dash up to get the attention of the enemies on the left side of the screen so that they run down and we will easily kill them. Like so. Now, sometimes the other guy gets aggroed too, so you just have to keep that in mind. And that's the Dragontape. If you do it good enough, you can do it below a minute without much of a problem. There are some people, of course, who do it in like 37 seconds or something, but that's not the level we are on here currently. Okay, Slaughterhouse. The most important thing is in the Slaughterhouse to not wake up Leon. Now, how do you do that? You go through this, of course, it's again practice, no tricks, but here you have this camera and this strong Terry. The key is to not kill the strong Terry before you haven't cut the wires, like so. Because now Leon, if you dodge under this camera, although I don't think it actually matters, yeah, because you cut the wire, Leon will not wake up, which means he will not bother you with shooting at you, and there will be no gauntlet if you continue to dodge his cameras. If you decide to kill the strong Terry first, you will get noticed right away. So you need to strike the camera first and then go forward. Now, Slaughterhouse is mainly practice again. What I like to do there is throw this to make space for my smoke grenade to use it here. Now here, after killing this guy, you can earn a bit of time by going between these smashers and throwing the bottle to kill the skinny rig that is waiting for you there. To grab the attentions of the guards, you can just do that and that. Okay, now going here, this can be a little tricky. The pathing I would recommend is killing the guy here, ignoring the Ricky. When the Ricky comes up, you just do that. You have to learn to deflect a bit, as you saw there. Well, I will show you again, I guess. You can kill Ricky if you have the time. You can, of course, reflect with the slow motion, but then you lose additional time, so... You kill them, you leave the thing on the doors, and you blow it up when you kill the last enemy. Here you can use the statue, the goblet. I don't think it's the goblet. Why am I calling this a goblet all the time? This little bust, you can throw it at the riot shield, he will go into the lasers, you deflect, go down here, kill these two. If you are fast enough, I don't think I was, this riot shield will not actually get smashed, so they won't be confused and go to the doors. Now you don't have to wait for them to come back via the conveyor belt, so you can easily kill them, but it is the safest method. Here I recommend restarting, again, enemy spacing, and again, being closer to doors. Now this stage, again, has this problem that you are unable to throw molotovs under yourself without killing yourself. So we need to find an alternative pathing. You go through here, just bump him into the riot shield, into the lasers, take this molotov. Now, here, if you roll at the same time that you throw, under a certain angle, you can throw the molotov down there. It will require practice, but you will get it eventually, like so. And then you just get rid of the rest. Now here is another part where you have to dodge the cameras. What I recommend is placing yourself like right here, of course faster than I am doing it right now, and just roll twice. Sorry. This way you won't have much problems with dodging these cameras at all. But again, it's practice. If you get noticed by a camera, like so, you can just quickly restart and try again. And trust me, it is faster to restart than getting caught by the cameras and listening to Liam. Here, you can either just roll under it or cut the wire, doesn't matter. And here it doesn't matter entirely, you can be seen, it's the end of the level anyway. Now, bunker. Bunker is just pure practice. There is not much tricks to be used here. So you will have to kind of figure it out and just practice your reflexes really. Now, actually, I lied a bit. There is one trick you can do. Right here, you don't have to deflect anything, and you don't have to destroy anything. You can just, if you keep the good rhythm, you can just roll through these lasers and through the turret. If you are not sure how to do that, you can safely just slow motion when you get to the part with the turret. Now, I need to actually get this right. Yeah, like so. If you, as I said, if you want to deflect the turret and then roll under the lasers, you can absolutely do that, but I find this way to be more consistent once you get used to it. Now this one is pretty easy. You just, slash the first two guys, then reflect or slash the third, throw the bottles. Now here what you just saw, I tried to vertically slash him up so that he would fly up and grab the attention of other dudes. So now you can just throw the Molotov, and if this one dude survives, then you kill him off. Now here, this is another segment that if you are unable to deflect without slow motion, you can just use slow motion and roll and deflect while in slow motion. There's no shame in it. Heck, even the game itself, if I remember correctly, when you die a couple of times here during your normal playthrough, it will recommend using slow motion here. Now this is just, pathing stuff, no tricks here. Here again, it's just, Hojo slap. So you roll through it, go forward. Now here's a bit of a tricky part. Up until this point it's quite easy, you just kill the guys. No matter how you do this. Now, when we come down there, you need to kill the guy on the left first. Then, what I usually do is throw the knife to the right and slash nearly at the same time. Oh. It would seem that my controller has disconnected. Is it on? Yeah, it is. Okay. Or it's not. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Okay. As expected. Unfortunate, but as expected. Yeah. As you saw, the knife actually deflected one bullet, which let me kill both guys with the slash. Now here's also a trick. You kill this, you throw the bottle up. This bottle will attract the other dude. Unfortunately, the dude was in an awkward angle, so I had to move a bit to the left, but that's one way to do it. Then you jump here, don't get shot by the turret, kill the turret. Now here, I like to throw this onto the door. To not get killed by the automatic door, you must make sure that you are not in the camera's vision when you are under it. Now you kill this dude, come up here. Again, it's just the safest method. So that was bunker 1, now to the bunker 2. Here, things often go sour. Now here's the only advantage of being a controller player. You can just quite easily go down these stairs while slashing at these enemies. Again, no tricks here, just practice. You get a gun here, awesome, you won't be shooting from it. Now here you can either go the safe way, which is up there and kill the guy, but I prefer to just go straight through with the roll. Again, if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can just use slow motion. We use the exploding device to get rid of these guys. And here again, we unfortunately need to go down there and kill these guys manually, because we cannot throw the Molotovs down the shaft, because we would die, because we would go down with the Molotov. So once we kill these guys, the shotgun guy always shoots, so Strong Terry will go running down. You don't go towards him, you go to the exit, wait for him to go down the stairs and throw a bottle at him. Like so. Here I recommend restarting, and the fastest way to go with that is, like with this stage, is again to learn how to reflect, preferably without slow motion. So here you just stand, and I wanted to pause that, but that wasn't a good idea. Up there you will just stand and reflect the bullet. Like so. But remember not to get hit in the head with the second one. There, you take this. You just plop it down there. If the Strong Terry was the only casualty, it doesn't really matter. As I said, things can go sour here, sometimes will go sour here. But don't worry. Oh, that was a mistake. Again, no point to worry, there is always recovery. The pathing still remains the same, even if you botch some things up. Like so. Now here is the boss, you will have to just skip through. And usually it's just, well, not usually, it's just pattern recognition, so you will have to just get good at it. Now, there is a little trick actually, because you see, through the middle of this room, there's this line. So if you will be on the left side of this line, when the soldier lady appears, she will appear on the opposite side that you are on. So if you are on the left side of the screen, she will appear on the right. So you can take advantage of this by being as close to the center line as possible. Now here you have to tell the lady to shut up. And again, practice. You cut her, you go here, slash these two, you can immediately slash her when she spawns upstairs. And you go not like that, she will talk, waste your time. So again, repeat these moves. I screwed this up, so I will restart to show you how it should be done properly. And now, you don't actually have to pick up the knife. You can just jump into the air and keep into the air by slashing in the air. She will explode herself anyway. Then all that is left is just cut her head, take her head, and open the door. And that is it. I hope that this little guide was helpful to you. As you can see, despite my 29 deaths, we still got gold, and we only got 1 silver on the factory because I have, rewound, restarted to show you other approaches. So, as you can see, even if you die 29 times during a speedrun and you restart just for the heck of it, you still can get gold quite easily with a time of 24 minutes 17 seconds. Should you have any questions, if anyone does, feel free to write. I will answer any questions that you might have. And yeah, I hope that you will get this gold. Only 1.8% of people that own the game got it, on Steam at least, because I don't know how it looks on consoles. And Switch doesn't have achievements. So yeah, thank you once again for watching. I hope I've been helpful. And see you next time. Good night.